If only I could finish something, run straight through to the end, close a chapter dignified. Damn, girl, you did it again. But will it ever be enough when I'm bent on trying to keep it tough? Will I ever settle down, happy with the here and now? When will it ever be enough?
I'm like, I kind of have to be positioned at an angle, otherwise I get washed out. Okay guys, welcome back to another video. This video will be a reading vlog on the Dramione fanfic titled, wait for it, little drum roll please, Bloody, Slutty, and Pathetic. Please, you guys, I have been in probably one of the worst reading slumps of my life, what it feels like. It's been damn near 6 months since I've been able to consistently read, and what I mean by that is, yes, I've read a book here and there, but I haven't been like head over heels for it. The last book that I read, where I thoroughly enjoyed it and I read it cover to cover and I wanted more, was The Dread Descendant by, I'm so sorry, give me 2 seconds, let me find her. Lauren Kate Leake. Miss Lauren Kate Leake? Oh my god, my dog is chasing reflections right now, so sorry if you can hear her. Leticia? No. She does not care in the slightest, I'll tell you that. Look at her. She is full of... Okay, as I was saying, no book has been able to grab my attention since The Dread Descendant, and before that, I couldn't even tell you. It's been months is what I will say. I have about 20 open books on my Kindle, anywhere from 1% to I think the longest is 45%, and that was Blood Orange, and then I just ended up DNFing it or just not going back to it. I was like on the fence about it. I know I was like losing interest in it, and I was like, do I really like the way this story is going? I don't know, but I was reading it because Heather raved about the ending. I almost just like skimmed the pages to get to the ending, but I was like, I'm just gonna leave it. Maybe one day I'll get back to it. So I was like, I need to get out of this book slump. I was wanting something kind of academia related. I really like, I'm sorry if you can hear my husband. He's home and he's playing video games right now with his friends, and they live out of state, so it's tricky for them to find people, but I will try to be loud enough that you can hear me, and I will try to edit his voice out if he's there. Literally talking about Chick-fil-A. Sir, what is the importance? Yeah, I just went and shut his door. I was like, sir, I'm in the middle of recording. He's like, go for it. So yeah, I haven't been able to be fully entertained by a book. I don't know. What I've learned as a reader is I am, yes, a mood reader, but two, I am the type of reader that I can't force myself to finish a book in any way, shape, or form. So if it is not grasping my attention, if it is not keeping me enthralled in the storyline, I'm gonna DNF it, and I don't feel sorry about it because I'm not at a stage in my life where I want to force myself to read things that I don't want to read anymore. So that being said, I went on Goodreads and I was doing my scrolling, working my detective skills, and I ended up stumbling upon this fanfic. It was similar, in the similar category to The Dread Descendant, which The Dread Descendant is inspired by like Harry Potter, Draco, and Hermione themes. So I figured, what the hell? I did minimal research because another thing I've learned about myself is if I do too much research, then I get too stuck on the aesthetics that I've been looking into and the certain quotes, and then my mind, while I'm reading that book, is trying to jump to where that quote will be. Does anyone else do that? Full house today, so there's clickety-clackities, people, dogs looking for reflections, and husband people chatting it up in his room. Yeah, so where was I fucking going with this? I'm reading a Dramione fanfic. It's called, like I said, Bloody, Slutty, and Pathetic. Oh, minimal research. So I did minimal research, and what I mean by that is I went to the Goodreads reviews, I read the first top 2, sold. Immediately ran over to TikTok, looked up the aesthetic, because I do have to look up the aesthetic of the book. I want to make sure that it's hitting the key points of what I'm looking for in that book. And I didn't even know how this one ended up in the aesthetic of it, but it was a TikTok where it said, if you still need convincing to read this book, here's some quotes. And when I tell you, I watched that, squealed, kicked my little feet, and went, immediately grabbed my phone, texted Kara, and I said, bitch. And she texts back, she's like, what? And I was like, sent the screenshot. And she was like, what is this? First she thought it was Stone, a book about Stone, which is her favorite book boyfriend from Nicole Fiorina's series of her Weeping Hollow series. And I was like, no, it's not Stone. I was like, it is a Dramione fanfic. And she was like, shut up, no way. And I was like, I think I have to read it. And she's like, you should. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna do any more research in it. I'm just gonna jump in. And boy, does this one just take right the fuck off. Draco is a simp. He is the biggest simp. I am only 19% through. Why did I not start this video at the beginning? Because quite frankly, I didn't know if I was going to be able to even read this book because I've been in such a terrible slump. So that first night that I found this book, I was like giggling next to my husband. He's like, what the fuck are you laughing at? I was like, I'm back on Dramione wavelength. I'm back on the Dramione wavelength. And he was like, okay, Cynthia. He's like, I don't want to hear about that. I'm sitting there, I read for almost damn near 3 hours, and then I look at the percentage and it says I'm only 7% in. And I was like, how the am I only 7% in when I've been reading for 3 hours? I then go and look at the page count, 1,200 page book. And I'm not complaining in the slightest, because listen here, I'm having the time of my life reading this. The next day I read a little bit more, and then I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a reading vlog out of this. So currently I think I'm at 18%. I think I've just clicked this a couple too many times. So far, let's catch you up on where the book is. As of now, from my understanding where the book is at, it opens up and the ministry, this is after war. After the big war, the ministry is trying to gain control back between the villains and the heroes of the war. And in doing so, is doing forced marriages. Okay, so they're making a hero and a villain marry each other to show that they can coexist together, I think, so far from my understanding. So, of course, naturally, Hermione and Draco get paired up. And what's funny out of all of this is they have the Sorting Hat make this decision of who's gonna marry who, so shout out Sorting Hat for doing the best matchup of its life. Yeah, so that's where it's at. Draco is a simp. He's definitely got a little praise kink, if you will. And he loves when Hermione beats him up. I don't know how else to say that. He has like a thing for public humiliation, and he pushes Hermione's buttons. That's where they're at right now. So they've been forced off to marry. They signed the contracts and everything. He basically gives everything up to Hermione. Hermione's like, what the fuck? Like, what's he hiding? Because why is he giving everything to me? So one thing that has me absolutely giggling and kicking my feet is the fact that anytime anyone refers to her as Hermione or Granger, if they're asking a question, they're like, where's Hermione? Where's Granger? Where's your wife Granger? Hermione, blah, blah. He calls her Mrs. Malfoy and only Mrs. Malfoy. Because Mrs. Malfoy is working. Mrs. Malfoy is in her office. Mrs. Malfoy is in the library. And when he talks to her, he goes, Mrs. Malfoy. He doesn't refer to her as Hermione or Granger. He literally only calls her Mrs. Malfoy. And it drives her nuts, which then makes him laugh, smile. He's in love with her, but I don't think he's aware that he's in love with her, and I don't think Hermione is aware that he's in love with her quite yet. So that is barely where we are at. 19% in, the banter, the tension, the angst, all of that, it is giving very much. And I believe that there is a very hot Neville Longbottom in here. There's some situationship marriage occurring between Pansy and Neville Longbottom. But apparently Neville Longbottom is like really into, what is it, herbology? But I forget what it is in Hogwarts. Whatever the plant study is, he's heavily into that. She calls him Plant Daddy. She literally calls him Plant Daddy, and he goes, if you want to call me Daddy, Neville! Neville! Mr. Longbottom. I was not prepared. I was not prepared for what this fanfic was going to do to me. And let's just say, if you're ever in a reading slump, I highly recommend getting into some sort of Harry Potter fanfic. It's the cure, it's the trick. So let's get into this reading vlog. Little update. We got lunch. Garlic fries. Yum. From the Euro spot. And currently I have the bookmarked podcast on the screen over there. And I'm about to get back to reading. What is happening? Hold on. Stop. To glaze over it quickly, Draco's having a business meeting with some man named Leech who is talking about trading objects for galleons, and he brings up something of interest that other people have been asking about, and Draco's like, okay, what is it? And then he goes, people have been having an interest in Hermione and would be willing to take anything from her. And Draco's like, what? And he's like, toes, fingers, tongue, you know, all the things. And Draco goes, what does he say? He says, wait. He goes, I appreciate you bringing this to my attention, Leech, but I currently have plans for all my wife's body parts and I won't be sharing. Let the inquiry parties know this is a monopoly they'll find impossible to break. What plans do you have, Draco? What plans do you have? Why is he shopping a lingerie catalog right now? I love that he calls Ron Weaselby and he calls Ginny Weaslette. Ginny calls him Ferret.
With you I'm blessed. All I want is
He's so cute. He's like going into the sitting room pretending to read so that by accident he might run into her.
all at once I can see it. Put back you could call it a vision or tether.
I love them. I'm sorry, what just came out of Neville Longbottom's mouth? This book is literally breaking my brain. Possibilities I didn't even think were possible. When it came to the Harry Potter characters, what is happening? I love it. I love it so much.
All at once I can see it. Put back together. You could call it a vision. You could
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I need a minute. Do I have a crush on Neville Longbottom? Hermione is fighting back so hard and I'm starting to get annoyed. I'm just like, give up, girlfriend, give up, let him in. But I know the wait will be worth it. I know the fight will be worth it. Poor Draco. Never in my life would I think I'd feel bad for Draco.
I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with anybody.
Theo and Draco are talking about Hermione and how she like basically hates him and is super mean to him, and Theo goes, oh no, Draco's like, she only hits me in public. Theo goes, have you considered begging? And Draco's like, Theo, that's all I do. Oh, the pathetic Draco. I love him. I cannot handle this version of Neville. I cannot. What is happening?
Seeking you will find. There's nothing in the face.
What is happening? What?
All you ever do is shine. You are brighter all the time. I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with anybody but you. I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Make it with anybody but you. I don't wanna waste it on
Their conversations make me laugh. Malfoy, you sneaky little shit. Oh, the deal he's making with her right now.
You lay easy on my mind.
Things are happening. Things are happening.
Like a candle I just burn.
Why is this breathing life into me? At 32%. And this is honestly already so amazing. It could be done in like 10% and I would be happy, but the fact that I'm only at 32%, and mind you, I'm taking my time. I could read a lot faster, but I'm trying not to because I'm genuinely enjoying this so much. And I'm afraid after this I might re-enter another book slump, and I'm gonna try really hard not to, so we're taking our time.
I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with anybody.
Okay.
Did you deliver?
I don't know.
Do your part. You make me do all the hard stuff.
I don't make you do the hard stuff. I literally said to choose.
No, first you sit on mom's chest hair.
Yeah.
What was it they used to say? There is nothing in you that is fading. All you ever do is shine. You are.
It is 8:03. We went to go eat, came back, changed back into my pajamas, made some tea. This is apple cinnamon or cinnamon apple chamomile, I believe. It's still cooling down, but we've got the Gryffindor mug. The mood lights are on, and we've got the book back up. I'm at 32%. Like I said, I'm taking my time. It is, again, 8:04. I'm probably going to read until like around 10 tomorrow. I do have work, so I might read a little bit in the morning, but yeah, let's get cozy.
Lately, my monkey mind is turning over. All the time
They're in a heated discussion right now about her score.
between the break and the chain link. Lately, I'm trying to find some kind of closure. Spinning circles at the roller rink. I could walk or skate around, but I'm back where I came from.
It's getting crazy. Oh no.
Then it came as a surprise. A pebble found in my pocket. Hey girl, you're good now. Don't try to stop it.
Oh my god. What is happening?
I'm back at the start.
Oh my god. Draco's finally connecting the dots.
Oh, someone already said it. He said you fucked it up. He said you got behind.
A husband's playing. If you
Yeah,
can't
that's
tell.
Crazy. Someone beat you to it.
If you can't tell. We're just doing our little activities, you know? I look crazy. Sure do. Good morning, you guys. It is still only 7:22. I think we went to bed around like 11:30 midnight. I made it past 50%. I'm at 51%. 51%. Can you see that? 51%. I fell asleep thinking about it. Woke up thinking about it. I was supposed to sleep in until like 8:30 because I have clients later this evening. And I couldn't go back to sleep because I was like, I need to read. So I came out, made some coffee. I've got my pancakes and poetry, Nicole Fiorina Stay With Me series, my all-time favorite series. And my cozy, oversized poncho. My husband got me like 2 Christmases ago. So I'm gonna sit here and read for a little bit.
Faces of the moon. All through the stages, both becoming seen into.
They're talking about blackmailing certain people because Malfoy's been blackmailing some people of the ministry to get them to vote for Hermione's measure. And And he finally told Hermione, and then Hermione's like, you need to be truthful with me all the way through now. She's basically allowing him to blackmail because it's helping her. And they're like discussing their plan of action or whatever. And then she goes, it's a 2/3 vote. We're not blackmailing enough people. A wide smile broke across Malfoy's face, and he tilted his head to gaze at her fondly, his hand covering his heart. And they say the perfect witch doesn't exist. I love that he brings like the morally gray out of her. She's like, Malfoy, I'm not saying I want to blackmail people. I was only saying I don't have the votes. But he was still grinning at her. Oh, I love them.
But two. Slowly we take on.
Draco is reading a Muggle romance novel, and they're sitting in the library, and he's like, how is that possible? And Hermione's like, oh no. He's like, should we try it out? And now he's reading the book, and it's a live action. It's getting serious. Yes, well, it's quite serious. Was not mentally prepared for this book, but I am so glad that I found it. Oh my god. This man is obsessed. Pathetically obsessed with her.
Slowly we take on phosphorescence, vivid in the bond. Phosphorescence. Coffee in a paper cup. The engine starts right up. Clip yourself into the middle seat.
We're gonna be good with this. The white flowers are kind of dying a little bit because I left these on the counter for a couple days. Hopefully the crystals will bring them back to life for just like a couple days. We'll see. This guy's really cute. I like this little one. And the other one I'm a little unsure of. I don't know if they just need to be cut shorter, but it kind of just is very spread out. But the little frog is so cute, you see? I think I'm gonna cut them a little shorter so that they stand a little taller. Yeah. Oh, see, that looks so much better. Oh, it's not all like hanging out from the side. Cute. Okay. Now we go put them on all the table.
My hand in his so patiently. We watch from our proud little tree. We hummed a little song to me.
Okay guys, I have something very exciting to share with you. I got my Le Petit newspaper issue for November, and I figured we could go through it together. So I'm gonna zoom you in. and you can kind of see what we're working with. Okay, this is the first page. Scorpio supermoon. Can you see that? Wait, can you see half of it? Right. Okay. Reviving the old ways for new age, bringing meaning to the moment. Cute! Entering the cave, shadow work, period.
My heart is high. Big open sky, flying high.
Hello guys, it is a bit later. I was just posting on Instagram and TikTok and it ended up taking longer than I thought. And I ate. So it's now 2:38. It's already getting dark out. I love fall and winter for the cozy vibes, but I hate it for getting dark so soon. But that's okay. I'm gonna finish reading. I'm currently at 90%. I'm in the epilogue. I do know that, but I stopped it yesterday. So I'm gonna hurry up and read. Drink your water. Fucking Theo. I'm fucking dead. What? It's raining. I'm usually not a fan of epilogues, but this epilogue is so wholesome and full circle. My little heart can't contain it. Am I gonna cry? Wait, am I gonna cry? No, I think I swallowed it down. I think we're okay. It's so good though. Oh wait, am I gonna cry? No. No. It's been so long since I've read a character like Theo.
Are you still ringing with the sound? We were
The way Theo is like fully carrying the comedic effect in this book. Oh my god, like don't get me wrong, the banter between Draco and Hermione is top notch, and even between Neville and Pansy, but like Theo is fucking hilarious.
coffee in a paper cup.
I'm at 99%, we're almost done. I'm also texting Kara, and Kara just started reading it, so it's gonna be so good.
Talk radio on gravel, he would drive real slow. He told me, let's go see what we could see.
Aw, I finished it! That was so good! That was so good! That was amazing. I honestly have zero complaints. It's been a long time since I've had zero complaints about a book. I can't believe I finished that. I honestly thought I was never gonna finish it. Kind of felt like Manacled, but with Manacled it was a lot darker. Sorry, the dogs are playing right now. This was amazing. Honestly, I think it's 5 stars. I think it's 5 stars. I had that feeling because it was so good the whole way through. It's like a cozy 5-star. Yeah, I think so. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you for watching with me. I highly encourage you to go read Bloody, Slutty, and Pathetic by, I think it's, oh my gosh, Murda, wait. What Murda and Panda Patronus. Chef's kiss, you guys. Honestly, seriously, 5-star for me. Truly, I will be thinking about parts of that book for a very long time. I foresee it. And not to give any spoilers, but there is a name in there that I'm writing down on my baby names list, which is crazy to say. Honestly, very crazy to say, but I really, 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 really like the names, so. Okay. Yay to my first reading vlog! And yay to being out of the reading slump. I feel super accomplished by finishing that, especially since it was over a 1,000-page book, and I'm excited to read more books. I can't decide though if I need to go straight into another fanfic or if I should try venturing out to something else. We'll see. I have tons of books. Maybe I'll read Anathema by Carrie Lake. So that's also been on my radar. But I was in my book slump when it came out, so. Oh, you know what? And I also think The Syndicate by Runex is supposed to be coming out soon too. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I love you. Thanks for watching. And until next time, my loves.